Happy Monday, I got a nice air in my drink. Lovely. Hope you're alright anyway. I'm watching Jeremy Vine, even though I choose not to watch this show and shows alike because they really wind me up. Honestly, I don't know. I think sometimes their topics are absolute bullshit and I just don't understand why they're talking about it when there's bigger things to talk about. I don't know. Anyway, happy Monday. I hope you're alright. Got my new Rita Ora top in, Who is she? Rita Ora? No. I am Faye. Put a bit of glitter on. You see? Put a bit of glitter on this lovely Monday. It is absolutely chucking it down. The kids have gone back to school today and it felt very strange getting up first thing as early, because I tell you something, right, Tyler's an early bird anyway, but he's been getting later and later in the holidays, so like the school holiday, the Christmas holidays. So Tyler usually, like, he'll go to bed, you know, quite early. He just does his own thing, literally like an old man. Like, he gets set up for the night, you know, does his teeth, everything's all proper, do you know what I mean? Then he gets into bed, you know, he likes his little routine. Mason would stay up for days if he could. All right, that kid will try every trick in the book to stay up, seriously. And Mason will get up in the morning about 11 o'clock, sometimes even later, you know, on a weekend or like in the holidays, you know. And Tyler, he usually gets up around, I don't know, 7, you know, he likes to have his breakfast about 7 and that. But even in the holidays, it's been like 9 o'clock, which is really late for Tyler. So, yeah, it just felt really weird. Hang on a minute, I feel like I'm sat on something funny. I'm spilling my coffee everywhere. I've got my gym leggings on because I was going to go gym. Well, I was. Still could potentially go. But it looks a bit cold. This is full of fucking excuses. Just been one of them mornings. It's been a bit of an odd one. I woke up feeling productive. Ended up going back to bed for an hour. Oh, all right. Calm down. Ended up going back to bed for an hour. There we go. And yeah, here we are. So yeah, happy Monday. I just want to say as well, we get comfy. I'm going to make my camera fall again, and I just want to say thank you for 29,000 subscribers on YouTube. What the fuck? Honestly, like, why? How? Seriously. No words apart from thank you, seriously. So yeah, I just want you to know that, like, I'm proper grateful, seriously. So yeah, that's amazing. Really appreciate it, seriously. So yeah, I just hope you know that I'm really thankful. On Instagram, I think about 2 weeks ago now, I said, like, if anyone wants to ask anything, chat about anything, you know, because I'm going to do like a chatty YouTube video. So that's what I'm doing today. And yeah, I've got a few things, you know, that people were asking and chatting about and stuff. So yeah, that is what I'm doing today if you are interested. I am starting to feel a little bit more productive, so because yesterday I felt so rough with a headache, and I felt like I'd let myself down a bit, do you know what I mean? But obviously these things can't these things can't be helped. But do you know what I mean? I've been trying to be productive, but I've just been in a bit of a funk, you know. I've been like, oh, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's just been one of them. But, you know, it's Monday today. I'm trying to get back into a little bit more routine, and it hasn't started great because I went back to bed. But here we are. You know, I'm up, got my new top on, got my middle finger necklace on. I am ready and raring to go. That is what I'm going to do. If you are interested and you do want to stick around, it is really appreciated. Like I said, you know, 29,000. What amazing, you know, so thank you. But yeah, if you fancy subscribing or following me on Instagram, it's Fayejay202 on there, and obviously subscribing on here, it's completely free. And turn the notification bell on, you know, you'll see when I've uploaded a video. That could become annoying. It will be IVF, the first question's about IVF, so yeah, you know, just a little like sensitive, you know, warning. I will be speaking about that. There's actually a few on here, but the first one is, how do you feel after the IVF? I don't know, really. That, do you ever feel like you don't know how you feel about something? And yeah, it's really hard to like understand your own head. Yeah, it didn't work, so obviously that's not great, not ideal. Really wanted it to work, you know. Obviously, I don't know, you always expect something's going to work because you want the positive outcome, you want the best outcome, don't you? And the best outcome obviously would have been for a baby, for it to work, you know, to be pregnant. That didn't, so it's sort of like, I don't know, puts you back in your box, you know what I mean? You're like feeling really like excited, and it's a whole complete experience. You're injecting yourself to, you know, the hormones that come with it. There's hormones that come with it, do you know what I mean? To going back and forth to our clinic, which was quite a way, you know, we chose to go to Manchester Fertility, and, you know, sometimes I'd be like, oh my God. I'd have a moment where I'd be like, oh my God, I'm doing IVF. And then I have moments of like, why can't it just happen? Like, I've, you know, had 2 children. Like, in my mind I was thinking it'd be, you know, a lot easier, but clearly, you know, my body's changed. My eldest is 15 in next month. My eldest is 15 next month. Fucking hell. I feel like, I don't know, just, do you know what I mean? Like, emotions that I hadn't felt, you know. Snapped out of it quite quickly though. And, you know, you get back into your routine of everything else, do you know what I mean? And, you know, but yeah, overall, I feel good. I'm ready to, you know, start again. So, and the next question is, what are your plans for 2025? Regarding IVF, obviously, I'd, you know, love that to work. So hopefully, you know, when we do start it again, you know, to be successful would be amazing. Be consistent at the gym. Do you know what? That hasn't gone very well today. All right, Christmas, right? Even when like I'm just eating, I'm like, it's too sickly now. Do you know what I mean? It's all really sweet, but I've still got my hand in that fucking Terry's bag. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and just to be consistent at the gym, you know, be a little bit more present. I want to do some, I don't know, like I was Googling like what do people do for fun? You know, what are people doing for fun? But it come up with things like, I mean, listen, each to their own, yeah. If you like gardening, do gardening, do you know what I mean? Like, you do you, seriously. But it come up with things like gardening. I don't like gardening, you know. Reading, yeah, I want to get back into reading, and reading's great, you know, it's a great escape. But really, though, I haven't got any plans, you know. I don't like to make too many plans, you know. I like to go with the flow. You know, I've been looking at a couple of holidays, you know, that I'd like to take the kids on, things like that. But I haven't got like plans as such, do you know what I mean? So I don't know, I'm starting my sleeve tattoo, which is really exciting. But you know, I don't know, be a bit more present and less scroller. I don't know, work my arse off. I've actually just had a text from work saying, do I want night shifts next month extra? So I'm like, yeah, I will take them. Okay, I'll take them. So that's something I've definitely got better at, saving. I used to be a terrible saver, and honestly, I was the worst at saving money, and now I've just become so much better at it. And you know, so yeah, I will take those shifts. I need to text back actually. I sent you a message on Instagram about some horror trousers. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I'll message you back. Horror trousers sound really cool. I watched a horror last night actually called Thanksgiving, so it was out the jar. It's actually really good. And there's an app that Steve's got, which he's got me on, which is called Letterboxd. And you can like track all of your movies that you watch and review them and star them and like rate them and stuff, or you can just track it. Like, it's a good way to track. But I've just got a notes part in my phone of like tracking, because yeah, I just feel like that's a little bit more easier for me. So I do both basically. And also everybody cleared up for me that Steve was right, and it makes sense, the pronunciation of midsummer. Steve was very happy about that. So yeah, I literally, what a cunt, okay, because I was like, no, it's not, you're pronouncing it wrong. Makes sense, it's a Swedish film and it's the Swedish term, you know, the way it's pronounced in Sweden. So he was like, yeah, bitch. Do I ever get self-conscious in front of the camera, and how do I deal with it? Not really. Just me and the camera, do you know what I mean? And I feel like there's nothing to feel self-conscious about, you know. And if like I don't like something, or I'm not happy with content, like it doesn't have to go out. Like I don't need to like feel self-conscious or stressed about anything, like. And I've become so used to, like, I almost find it a comfort, like this, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird, like I'm literally looking at a Canon camera and, you know, speaking to anybody that's here watching my video, you know, you lovely lot. And yeah, it just feels quite natural, do you know what I mean? It just feels quite normal now. When I first started though, it was very weird, partly because I thought I was some sort of like fit influencer makeup tutorial. For somebody that weren't the best at makeup, or really put it out there, like go fucking, I don't know, Nikki tutorials, I was like, do you know what I mean, like getting it all the big one. That was total false confidence. Like that kind of felt a little bit unnatural, and then you sort of find your feet with things, and you know what you enjoy, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't feel self-conscious now at all. Maybe back then I'd probably see, I as a kid I was bullied about my nose, right? People would say I had a massive nose, right? And it sort of like sticks with you. So, you know, maybe sometimes in the past I've been a bit conscious about, like, you know, the angling of my nose or something, you know, but now I just do not give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. Like, this is me, do you know what I mean? And it's who I am, and like I love who I am, you know. How often do you wash your flaps? Joking. Every day. Someone's put just to say you're awesome, and so are you. All right, so are you. Thank you so much. How many rounds of IVF do you plan / can afford to do? So what I'm actually doing this time round is a multi-round. So it works out a hell of a lot cheaper. So basically I was a little bit like, for what I paid for the first round, I could have done a multi-round, but I didn't realise. So basically this is a multi-round where you have 2 egg collections. It does work out so much cheaper. So you have 2 egg collections, and then unlimited transfers, so like frozen transfers. So obviously that depends on how many eggs your body, how many eggs they get. So in my case, for my first round of IVF, not many at all. Only one made it to day 2, and I had a 2-day transfer. So yeah, my numbers was, I didn't respond very well to medication, you know, and I didn't produce enough. Obviously this time around my medication is going to be increased, hoping, because they always start you off on a low dose, you see. That's what they said when they were doing my scans to see how many follicles and, you know, everything else. They were like, you know, you've not really got a lot going on, but they put you on low dose because they don't want to go in too hard, do you know what I mean? So next time they're gonna put me on a higher dose, which hopefully will produce more, and then you've got more for the freezer that they can freeze, and then you have unlimited transfers until a live birth, or until your eggs have run out basically, and then obviously you have to go again, but you do have 2 collections. So yeah, we're doing like a multi-round, which yeah, just works out better for us financially, you know. So do you work in an old people's home, and how do you cope when one of your clients pass away? So yeah, work in care. I've worked a few jobs, but I've, you know, mainly worked in care. I think, now this, I don't mean like this to come across really bad, but I think you just, you just deal with it. Like, you just, I don't know. So the first time it happened, yeah, I was working in a hospital. I was told on my first shift at the hospital to go with this lady in here, and this gentleman, unfortunately, had just passed away. Clean him, dress him, get him ready, and yeah, I was shook. I was really I can't even explain it. It really got to me, do you know what I mean? And he was quite a young man as well, and it really yeah, we're only human. Even now, you know, you get choked up, but I think because it does happen, especially working in an elderly care setting, it's awful. It's awful, obviously, when anybody, you know, like I said, we're only human, you know, and it does choke you, but you just sort of get on with it. There was one lady that again in a hospital, this was when I worked in the hospital, and yeah, I'll never forget, her name was Sandra, and she was incredible. I got on so well with her, yeah, so well, and she's a really big, bubbly character, you know, and she, one minute was so like, just, you know, full of energy and full of, you could just sit and chat with her for ages, you know. Sometimes, you know, I'd almost be hiding in that room chatting to her, you know, not doing other bits on my shift, do you know what I mean? Because I'd just be chatting to her, you know, and it was, yeah, she was really nice. There's one lady that would forever stick with me. And I just remember, like, you'd have a few days off and, like, the decline in her health, you know, and then it just got to a point where, you know, it just got really bad, and then, yeah, it was awful, and I remember being really emotional on shift, and I just thought, oh my god, I can't be like this, but I was really, really emotional. Best holiday you have had? Really, really love the holiday to Greece with the boys, you know. All of them have been amazing. Every holiday I've been on in their own way, but the one with the boys to Greece, like, I don't know, it was just really, really nice. Really, really nice. And yeah, it was very like we really got like immersed into, you know, the Greek culture. And I remember the Greek night at the restaurant that we went to, and like the owners were like plate smashing and stuff, and we were just like, wow, do you know what I mean? It just felt very like the dancing and the food, it was, you know, really nice. But then taking the kids to Oasis Wildlife Park in Fuerteventura was pretty incredible as well. Like, we were really up close with giraffes, like stroking their faces, feeding them, you know, that was quite cool. Best car boot vintage charity shop find? I think I've had quite a few that I've really liked. So finding these Yeezys, I still don't know if they're fake or real, you know, but they, in comparison to Steve's, which are authentic, they look pretty spot on. But I don't know, like, why would somebody just put them in the charity shop? I don't know. I can't actually think I've had that many like finds that I've been like, wow. Like £1 false fur jackets, and, you know, just, yeah, just really cool bits. I can't think. What other jobs have you had other than care work? So I started off with a paper round. I've worked cleaning hotels, waitressing, done a lot of waitressing, working in a cafe, waitressing on the tills, opening up, that kind of thing. What else? Hairdressers. So I used to work at a place called Georgie's Hair Salon. Loved it. I used to be a Saturday assistant. See, I was only 14 at the time, right? I used to be a Saturday assistant, and then I used to do Thursday after school. So I'd do 5 till 8 after school for a fiver. And then on a Saturday I'd do all day for 15 quid, washing hairs, trying to sell treatments, you know. And yeah, looking back, that was so robotic. You literally, you sort of knew the treatment script off by heart. you know, while you were washing people's hair, making teas, sweeping. That was a great laugh though, honestly. I remember I used to go to the sunbeds after, and I'd spend my wages, I'd go in New Look and get like reduced shoes, always after a bargain me, but I'd get like the reduced heels and stuff. Yeah, loved it. That was a good time. But yeah, a bit of everything really. Before I lived here, worked with my auntie for the summer season. That's what made me get the job in hairdressing actually, because I worked here and I wanted a job when I went back. You know, back to normality in school and everything. I wanted a job. You know, I mean, it was a big dip from waitressing with my auntie at 14. You know, I was earning 70, 80 quid a week, even 100 sometimes, you know. Then going to 15 every Saturday. So, but yeah, it was a start. You know, I've worked in a hospital, you know, as a healthcare assistant. So yeah, just a bit of everything really. Have you thought of the effect on fertility of all beauty products we women use? It's crazy. I haven't. I know a lot about like plastics and yeah, some things, you know, but I don't really know too much about like beauty products. I haven't really looked into that, and obviously I've looked quite a lot into like, you know, fertility and infertility and, you know, trying to figure out stuff myself. But yeah, I feel like some of the books can really, books that are recommended can be quite overwhelming, and sometimes I feel like if I was to take every single supplement and did every single thing, and I don't know, it just feels like too much. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to do like, you know, take the supplements, get my BMI straight, you know, and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And because I just feel like it's all just so overwhelming. But obviously, you know, looking into stuff and learning more is, you know, knowledge is power, you know. So no question, but I just wanted to say I love these videos when you do them, so refreshingly honest. Thank you, I really appreciate that. That's the questions. Like I said, really thankful. And if you want me to do another one, or you want to chat about anything else, then yeah, let me know. And yeah, well, you know, if you want to share anything, do it, you know, anything like that, let me know. If you know what I keep saying, you know, if you know what I mean. That drives me mad when I'm editing back my videos. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Oh. Shut up. That's how I feel, seriously. Well, yeah, if you do want me to do another one, let me know. Like I said, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Fayejay202. But I hope you have a nice evening. Anyway, you are absolutely amazing. Don't ever forget it. And yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow's video.